So I guess my favorite mic for a reaching for a hammer in the toolbox would be the Sennheiser MKH 800. I find that over the years I've found that mic to work on everything, and recently in the last cast album I did had it on vocals, which was not something I had done before, but based on inventory and based on needing to have the linearity across a line of 8 vocalists that I had, this embarrassment of riches to have 8 of them, and it turned into one of the best sounding like vocal presentations, and that just cemented it for me, because that was the last place that I had tried it. I have a favorite Sennheiser moment. It was being asked to record Herbie Hancock and Long Long in a duet situation with 2 9-foot concert grands, snuggled up next to each other. So they were playing in an opposing, looking at one another. And I knew going into it in a studio environment, this was not in a concert hall, that I needed something, that was really going to capture the size, of this image and capture all that detail that each instrument was going to give. But if I put too many mics into the configuration, that the phase issues would start clouding it. So I knew that I needed to find just the right pair of mics, and I luckily had a set of MKH 800 twins available to me. Herbie has a particular sound in his head, the way it was going to be, as did Long Long, and again, 2 completely different aesthetics. Herbie's coming from a jazz thing, Long Long's coming from a classical thing. It was very challenging, and I knew that I needed to, have plenty of backup. And sure enough, as we, went through the variety of mics in the first playback, when I opened up the twins, it was like, aha, both of them, I could tell their eyebrows went up. They stepped back, like, am I hearing this? And that was my favorite moment, in that, like, I made the right call because I had the right mics. And it was, like I said, going into it, the challenge of planning that. Like I said, I don't know if I had as much confidence going in as I now do coming out. So one of my pet peeves in the modern session parameters now is the how condensed the clock seems to be. Everybody wants to come in and get sounds in 5 minutes, and everybody's watching the clock. It's inevitable, but I think in some cases detrimental. If you spend that hour in the first part of the session getting everything right and everything comfortable, rather than trying to trip down stairs the rest of the day, I think that is what I'm trying to influence in the session. If again I'm the oldest guy in the room, which is sometimes the case, I think that idea, mostly that we're on the clock and we're in here, and that from downbeat that it's usable takes. Again, that's the time we all need to assess what we're getting back. I need to make sure that the lines are clean. I need to make sure the mics are in the right place.